your partner's needs overwhelm you, then you probably have a pretty low intimacy ceiling. There's probably this green zone where you feel comfortable, they don't feel too close, there's no real warning signs, but then all of a sudden there's this point, this tipping point, where things start to feel a bit too close. You start to feel a bit anxious at how close you guys are. And then everything above that, you just start to feel like your partner's clingy, they're needy, they just need so much from you. Why can't they just regulate themselves? Right? This is again that needy zone. This is where everything feels way too close and you just want to shut down. Here's what you need to know though. This is not an objective definition of too close or too needy. This is your subjective definition based on your intimacy ceiling. So what really needs to be done if you actually want to have a relationship with this person? Now, at this point is right where the avoidance starts to put up their walls and set some boundaries. They think, hey, you're way too clingy, you're way too needy, I just want some space, please leave me alone. And they try and bring everything back down to this safe zone, this comfortable zone where they like to be. The problem is your partner's needs sit way higher. And so by you trying to constantly pull back and create these walls, you are depriving your partner of having their needs met. And if you truly care about them, then this should be a massive flag for you to make some changes, because you believe that your partner is just objectively clingy and needy, right? It's a problem with them, it's not a problem with you. But the truth is that it's not an objective definition of clinginess. In fact, it's your subjective definition, because you need to become more comfortable with intimacy. So what we need to do is we need to raise this intimacy ceiling, because it's not that she's too clingy, it's that your capacity to handle her needs is undersized. And what you really need to do here is threefold. The first is to really understand where this came from. Did you have a parent who was a bit too overstepping of your boundaries and your own needs, so that you constantly felt a bit flustered by them, a bit overwhelmed by them, and now you have this permanent need to create distance? Or did your family naturally lack real emotional vulnerability and this natural tendency for intimacy in those relationships? Because the more you can understand that root, the more you can start to understand where the pattern comes from. And of course, through that, start to correct it. Now, the second thing is to learn how to regulate your nervous system and actually kind of sit with it, right? When things feel too close and you feel triggered, you have to learn how to become comfortable in sitting with that. And through that, obviously, you're actually going to expose yourself to the third benefit, which is you need exposure, which means you need to be able to stay present with higher levels of intimacy than you're used to without folding and without crumbling and without creating this distance. Because the more that you can see that intimacy is not actually threatening, it's not actually dangerous, you won't actually lose yourself, then you can start to increase this capacity naturally. You can start to raise this intimacy ceiling to a position where both you and your partner can feel as if their needs are being met. Now, if you want to go deeper, we obviously need to start working through the individual experiences, the beliefs and relationships that shaped all of this, but that's way too much to go over here. If you want help with that, go through all my old content or just comment the word BMA and I can send you over details as to how I can help.